As y'all can see, it's a little overcast today, a little cloudy, but ain't nothing here but sunshine, baby, where I'm sitting. Cause as you can see, I'm sitting inside of a Jaguar, however you want to say it. Let's get to it, man, cause this is honestly the first time I ever sat inside of a Jaguar. You know, little country boy like myself, I done come up from nothing, man. I done came a long way from them country fields getting chased by chickens in the front yard because I kept terrorizing them and throwing rocks at them as a little boy. I'm choking. It's choking me up thinking about my struggle. Nah, I think a piece of hair slid down my throat. Anyway, look around. You know, Jaguar is a luxury brand, so of course you got some luxury details going on. And I'm gonna give you a in-depth look at what exactly we pack. This material is like a plush, soft quality. I don't think it's leather. I think it's more that synthetic leather-like material. This wood accent, it looks like real wood. I think this is real wood grain. If not, it's probably one of the best imitations I've ever seen. But I think it's real wood on the door with a soft material, same soft material for your elbow on the armrest. You're lined with matte chrome all across the cockpit. It's not that shiny chrome, but hey, it's still nice. It's a push to start, so let's crank it up because it's hot. Your start button is way down here. When you crank it up, look at that. Your vents just come out, they hide, and they release in a scientific, futuristic 2015 kind of way. We're gonna get to that stuff later. I'm still over here on the door area. What we got down here? Looks like we got your illumination controls, trunk pop, pretty standard stuff. Up top, this is like a stitched quality lining. The material is soft, but you could tell like it's like a thin layer of soft material with that hard level underneath to give it some durability, which is nice. The wheel is wrapped in a good leather, not that loud fake sounding leather on the Charger and everything. This is like a real solid, sturdy, strong leather. And your instrument cluster is lined with a ice blue light. As you can see, you know, the boy a little embarrassed. I'm on a low tank driving close to E, and I can't get my camera to focus for whatever reason, but don't worry about that. I've been pushing. On the wheel you got cruise control, but this is like a knob, a little different. And same thing on the left side for volume, phone, you know, it's all right there. This controls your audio volume. But instead of pushing the button, you just dial the knob down. Lock and unlock in the middle of the console. These little things are convenient because you can get to like probably the most important features right away with just a press of a button. And I like the way they're kind of built in, the way you can, they don't really stand out, they're kind of like streamlined. And even this little section here for the climate controls is just real nice and streamlined. Your disc loader, your climate control settings ducked off, and it just blends together real nicely. But in the screen you have navigation, phone, valet mode. You can play CDs, you can play DVDs. It's got pretty much everything you need. The touch screen is real responsive. There's no real delay between button presses with your finger on screen and the results going through. Some screens have a problem with that. The vents are laid out nice. You know, you got this textured matte finish across here. And here's a shot of the door from my side so you can get the full effect. Nice soft leather seats. Real leather, you can tell. And let's see, I think you got heated and cooled seats here. Yep, you push that and no, it's just heated seats, but you know, you can adjust the level of heat you want on the screen. Real responsive. See how quick that register my button presses on my finger presses. Nice. So here you can see you have that knob shifting style, that Chrysler bit from the more expensive cars. But you know, instead of using a shift, you would turn the knob to go into drive and reverse and everything. You even have multiple drive modes, cold conditions, traction control. The parking brake is you know, this little knob. You know, a lot of cars use this now instead of the old style parking brake that we're used to down at the bottom by the gas pedals and everything. And here you have you know, your power adapter for plugs. I almost thought that was a cigarette lighter. You know, they don't put cigarette lighters in cars no more like that. But I thought they went old school for a second. And your cup holder. Now, this is interesting. I don't know if that's just like a cosmetic touch, or if this has, you know, real cup heaters and coolers. That might actually be what that is. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But in the armrest here, you have auxiliary, USB, and another 12-volt power outlet. But not a lot of room in there. It's not too deep. It is lined with a nice material, though. Kind of make you just want to rub your hand across it. Nice, tough armrest. It's soft, but it's durable. It feels tough, like it can take a little bit of abuse. So yeah, that's the main look at the features. Let me get in the back seat. Oh, of course you do have a sunroof. You gotta expect that in the Jag. Like I said, it's a rainy day. Let me hop in the back seat and give y'all the leg room and center console shot. Well, the funny thing is, in the back seat, I feel like I'm sitting lower than I was in the front seat. Maybe that's because I had the seat up, you know, the bottom level raised up or something. But it's decent leg room. It's a little roomier than that Infinity I did a couple videos back. You got a netted compartment back here for magazines or something. I mean, does anybody really use this? Does anybody really load up their car for? I guess, you know, if you're a baller and you got a driver, you could put your books back here and somebody drive you around or something. Okay, I can see that happening. The wood grain trim continues back here. Somebody spit on my armrest. What is this? Somebody waste some Coke back here, man. We drink a lot of Coke down south. But anyway, you know, the seat is comfortable, real soft and plush and sturdy. Of course, you got your cup holders back here. And, you know, lights to read. Basic stuff. You got vents for your passengers. You can open and close them. And another 12-volt charger port back here. So here's the center console shot. Just a nice, sleek look to it. Nothing too busy. Everything looks like it's planned and placed exactly where it needs to be. Real geometric. It looks nice. I could do without that stupid looking logo though. It looked like a logo from the 1950s or something. They need to update that. But yeah, other than that, it's cool. Just giving y'all a little look at the trunk right quick. Pretty roomy, it's deep. I could lay down back there, balled up in the fetal position. Hello. I don't think you can fold that back compartment down, but it's not too wide of a trunk, but it's long, so you can squeeze some things back there. Nice, roomy. Getting ready to put it on the road. I want to point out that this thing does have seat memory settings, so you can set it at your favorite position and always go back to it. And it also has automatic steering wheel adjusting controls. So, you know, you tap that and it's motorized. That's a nice touch. So here we go. I'm about to take it for a spin and see how it drives. So the engine has a nice powerful hum to it. When you give it gas, you definitely feel it. So it accelerates nicely. Let me punch it for y'all right quick. See, it takes it a little longer than other cars to actually get going. Surprisingly longer, actually. But once the gas actually gets to the motor, you'll definitely feel it. You'll feel the sportiness of it. It handles these curves nice and agilely. The agility is nice. I just don't like the acceleration, you know. It's not bad, but it's just not, it don't make me think about a Jaguar, you know. It's a little slow. It takes about 2 seconds for the gas to really hit the engine. And that surprised me. But other than that, you know, I can see everything around me. The visibility is good. Once it gets going, it's sporty. You know, the gas definitely hits the motor. It'll throw you back. The curves feel nice and easy. So yeah, I mean, it drives like a sporty car. About what I expected. Kind of rough on the bumps. A little rougher than some other cars. Yeah, it takes these curves and twists and turns real nice here. Let's see how this bump feels. Yeah, you know, it's a little rougher than that Infinity was on those bumps. It's not bad, but I don't know, you know, it's probably not the best as far as the drive here. Just giving it a whirl. I gotta say, you know, if I hadn't compared it to some other cars in this class, I'd probably be more impressed. But it's not the smoothest ride and not the sportiest ride. Sporty, but not the most. I mean, that Infinity, I think, would torch this one out of the starting gates. So, what's my verdict on it? It's a nice car, you know. It's a Jaguar. This is my first time actually experiencing a Jaguar. By the way, this little notch here is for your glove compartment release. Nifty, huh? Anyway, it's a Jaguar. I know the name carries weight. And it's a sporty car, but honestly, I don't think it lives up to the name Jaguar. The acceleration wasn't as good. I mean, maybe this is just not a good enough engine. This might be a base model. It's the XF. I'm not even sure if the XF is a base model. Trust me, I'm going to go look up Jaguar information after this review. This is literally my very first time even sitting in a Jaguar. I'm not lying to you. So this is my first time driving one. With other cars, I've driven either that model or other brands in the model, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. But the Jaguar is totally foreign to me. So I knew it had a reputation, and for me personally, this car didn't really live up to those expectations. It's not a bad car at all. It looks good. The interior is nice, but to me, I've seen better. I love the screen. I like the way it looks. It's just something about that, all that matte chrome, and the wood grain is nice, but I think it might be just a little too much. I mean, all this is just It's laid all across me. It's just a little too much wood, you know, for me personally. But I can't say that it looks bad. I mean, it looks like an expensive car. The drive was lacking. I mean, it's a little rough, and the sportiness doesn't really come through until you punch the gas for a few seconds and then you get going. But you know, when I think of a sporty car, I think of something that as soon as you tap the gas, you're just out the gates and accelerating. And that might be something that you can adjust if you buy a better engine package. And maybe you can adjust the drive mode. Sometimes they have an eco mode and a sporty mode. I don't really see nothing like that in here. So I think this is just what you get. So for the Jaguar XF, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. You know, if you're buying this car, you're getting a Jaguar, so you're gonna have some heads turn. But it's nothing really all that outstanding as far as the drive. And isn't that the most important part when you're buying a car? The average car review guy is signing out. Now I can say that I've driven a Jaguar. We don't really have a lot of these in my neck of the woods. And I doubt I would ever purchase one myself now that I've driven one. Unless it was maybe a different model than this. This is probably an entry-level Jaguar if I had to guess. But even though I'm average on my car reviews, I am very below average on Jaguars. So this is really a first-timer's take on the Jaguar experience. Thank you for watching this average review, or below average review. And I'm off into the sunset, baby.